Hi, and welcome back to the Self-Help Bookshelf. Just me doing an announcement today, but this is actually about my book launch coming up on Thursday, the 13th of November. And I am going to be doing a lot of messaging this weekend because so many people have amazingly accepted the invitation to the event on LinkedIn and on Facebook, as well as people who have told me in person through network meetings they are coming along. Now, when I add all of those numbers up, it comes to more than the tickets available because my Zoom call limits out at 100 people. And I have got more than 100 people looking to get in. I know some people accept the invitation and may not come along. And may accept it, for reasons where they've thought they can come and circumstances change. That's absolutely fine. But what I'm going to be doing is just to give you a heads up. I'm going to be letting everybody know this weekend that when the tickets are gone, they are gone. Now, I've already got about 15 people coming very early on, and we've still got 6 days to go. I know so many people want to be at this event. So first of all, let me tell you, this is the book launch for 30 Love Values. Right. This is an incredible book. I say that I wrote it myself, I know. I've already been marking out some of the things that I'm going to read out on the night. So the first 30 minutes of the event is going to be about the book launch. And I'm going to be sharing some of the values in here. And I will be joined by marriage and relationship coach, Oliver Marcel, who is also an author and radio presenter as well. He's got many hats that he puts on. But Oliver Marcel, he's done a review in my book. If you go on Amazon, you should be able to see that. When you go to the preview, there is 4 different reviews in there that you should be able to read as part of the preview, including the review from relationship coach Oliver Marcel. Now, we're also going to be joined by Ben Mukasa from Davian Cares Foundation, because we're going to have some fundraising that night. And I will be having a chat with him as well, followed by a mystery guest. Yes, it's so strange that I've got people coming along and I want to tell you everything about everybody who's coming along except this mystery guest who's going to come along and have a chat with myself and with Ben Mukasa about the foundation, where he is supporting and raising 62 children that he has rescued from the streets of Uganda. That is an incredible, incredible task that he is taking on, raising all these children, as well as his own child, his own family. And Ben was rescued from the streets himself when he was younger. And this guy named Davian took Ben in and educated him right through to university. And Ben then went back and said, I want to save other children off the streets. And that is exactly what he's doing tirelessly. The amount of meetings that I go to online, and there is Ben promoting his work to support these children in Davian Cares. I go onto social media and there he is posting of what his needs are for those children, posting thank you videos from the children, and he is just working tirelessly to support them with absolute basic needs. I mean, do you imagine what it's like feeding a family in this country, how expensive it is, right? And then he's got to feed 62 children every single week. That costs a phenomenal amount. And so, what we're going to do, first of all, is look at raising the funds through this event to pay their rent for a whole year. So, that is one less thing for Ben to worry about, is paying the rent. Because keeping the children off the streets means they need a roof over their head, first of all. And then anything that goes over target will go to their food, clothing, healthcare, and education. And on top of that, Ben has a really holistic approach and includes mental health care support for them as well. Now, a lot of children's orphanages and charities will not necessarily go to that length, but Ben truly sees the importance of that. And he really does nurture these children in every aspect. So he deserves all the support he can get. Now, to follow that, we're also going to have support for me and for Ben and the charity, and the evening, the book launch from Rory Lemon. Rory is also launching his second version of this on the 30th of November. So he's going to be there at my launch on the 13th, and he's going to be reading a little poem from his next book, not this one, but the next one that he's releasing. He's going to read a little poem from that, as well as support Ben from Davian Cares. Then we are going to have a reading from Sue Bailey from her new book, Misunderstood No More, Untangled by Love. Now, Sue is launching her book on the 30th of November as well with Rory. They are doing a joint launch. Yes, they're joining a launch. They're both very similar, even though they look very different, very similar format of books with less words, more images, and tremendously deep and heartfelt messages about living with neurodiversity and autism and working on mental fitness, understanding the core self. Now, Emma is busy on the 13th, on the Thursday. So I'm hoping to do a recording with Emma Oldershaw this week, who wrote Critical Parenting Reframed last year. She's also released, hang on a minute, I've read it about 3 times while I was editing it. Whose Stuff Is It Anyway? So she's released Whose Stuff Is It Anyway this year, recently. This is a book from last year, and we're hoping to get a reading from Emma from one of her poems as well. And all of those are going to tie in. They're going to read their poems to coincide with something from the Love Values book, because they've all got a copy and they've all read it. And so it's all going to tie in with the book launch, with the values, and with raising funds for Davian Cares. It's all carefully selected. Now we have an extra mystery guest here, not such a mystery. Some people will know him, some won't. But I'm also going to, this is a brand new book as well, the collection Poems and Thoughts, released by Andrew J. Crawford. Now, Andrew is going to come along and also read a poem. He's not a member of the Self-Help Bookshelf, but he does do mentoring work with me. So he's going to come along and read, support me, and he also knows about Ben and going to support the charity as well. Now, when all of that is over, that is going to take about an hour and a half to get through that. We are then going to finish off with a poem from me, which is going to lead into the final part when we celebrate all of that and allow people to relax and unwind and have a great time for the last half an hour with Rory Lemon, who is going to do the first poem, is then going to kick off a half an hour online disco. Now, we love the discos, and I've enjoyed doing this before. A couple of times now we've done these together. And with the disco, have some flashy lights ready, something partyish going on. Have your glass of wine or whatever you want to, hot cocoa, whatever you want at night. Have some snacks ready and be ready to get up and dance as well, or just sit and jiggle around in your seat like I do, because I'm not physically able to dance for the whole half an hour. So I'll sit here and jiggle along in my chair as well, quite happily. And so really be prepared to come in and have a good time right from the start of this event when we're kicking off with the values, a really important book in supporting relationships. And on top of all of that, it's World Kindness Day. So I'm really excited about bringing all that together. The values book, the visit from the relationship coach, Oliver Marcel, it's all on World Kindness Day. And it's all about gifting and giving to Davian Cares Foundation as well. So I am so excited about this book launch. Like, I am taking this to a level I've never done before, and show what is possible in an event online. And I would love it if you come along. I'm going to put a link below this video where you can get your ticket. The donation to come and join us is a minimum of £1. So if you want to come and you can't afford to donate a lot, £1 is the absolute minimum to commit something to the charity for Davian Cares while we have a fantastic evening online. Now, if you wish to donate more, you can. If you can't come and you still wish to donate, there will also be a link for GoFundMe. So we've set out all the target details on there, and anything we get from Eventbrite bookings as well, we will add to that target when we announce at the end what we have achieved. So thank you for listening in today. That's a tremendous lineup. All these authors coming along to support me as well, all doing little bits of reading and poetry. It's all going to be very brief, so it's all going to be on track. We're not going to ask anybody else to speak. We're going to ask everybody to stay on mute, but just sit back, relax, and enjoy the entertaining event, because that's how this is set up. It's an evening of entertainment for you, right? So you don't have to come on and put your camera on while we're speaking. You don't have to be on microphone. You don't have to speak anything. But if you do want to ask any questions, there are 2 slots in the lineup where we can take a few questions for a few minutes. But this really is going to be so exciting. So exciting. I just want you to be there. I really do. And I can't wait to get to Thursday evening at 7 o'clock when we all jump on the call and celebrate World Kindness Day in an epic event. See you all there. Thanks for listening today.